Yeah, yeah. Yo, yo. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, man. Let's let it populate, man. Shout out to if anybody's still in the building, man. I mean, let me go back a little bit. Man, Grower salute. Sporting Advantage salute. Mr. Spook salute. LeBron salute. Boom. Man, I'm late as a motherfucker. All the boys in the building. I'm late as shit though. PD, salute. Yo, we gonna get into it a little bit. I want to talk about it. I've been away for a while. It's good to be back. Miguel, salute. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. And as usual, I appreciate that shit, man. Hope y'all motherfuckers caught the video. Hope y'all caught the video and shit. Hope y'all fuck with it and all that. Carlos, you fuck with that. That's what's up, man. I'm glad you fuck with it, man. Glad you appreciate the work that he worked, though. You know, it's time to get back to it, man. I ain't even gonna lie. I had so much shit to do, man. I couldn't even do my boxing shit, man. Gotta get back to the boxing shit. Lisa Bell, salute. Mr. Spooks, my dog, salute. Dean Campbell, you. All the Constable, salute. JV Go, salute. Appreciate you, brother. Oh man, I ain't even cop that shit yet, bro. I ain't even get it yet. I ain't had no time to play no video games. No bullshit. So look, right? Yeah, man, we had to sprinkle a little bit. Man, look, man, with all of the bullshit that's going on with the whole fucked up ass Wilder Brigade, all them weirdos over there, all of the dumb little weird shit they doing. Yo, I had to. And that was light though. Don't get it fucked up. That was light. We ain't even going all the way in yet. We ain't even you know what I'm saying? We coasting right now. We coasting. We ain't about it. We on like a 1, maybe a 2. You know what I mean? If we want to be nice to them, we can call it a 3. When we get at about a 5 or a 6, that's when we really gonna start throwing some hooks, couple body shots in there, maybe come up top, crack them on the joint, you know what I mean? But we ain't really ready to hit them in the button quite yet. Yeah, man, the boy Marcellus, man, he does magic tricks on a regular basis, man. He's a regular fucking David Blaine, man. He's a regular David Blaine. Clement salute. He's a regular David Blaine. This dude is always off of his feet. Like, yo, every time I catch this dude in a picture, bruh, his feet are never on the ground. They are never on the ground. Shit is crazy. What we gonna do about this shit? I'm trying to tell you. The force is strong with that one. Fanon gave them boys the force. The force is strong with him. That nigga punched that boy so hard, made that nigga levitate. Look at him, man. That's that old school, before David Blaine and all that. Y'all remember back in the day, like the old Michael Jackson shit, the Michael Jackson dance moves that you used to think was magic, like how he used to lean forward and backward real crazy and shit like that. What was that shit, like Smooth Criminal or something? Yeah, that's what he doing in that picture right there. That's before the magic tricks. He was doing the Michael Jackson shit, the moonwalker, all that. The lean forward, the lean back. Fucking guys, he's a talented kid, man. He's a talented kid. I've never met a dude that is that talented and getting knocked the fuck out. Like, you got to be a special individual. Yo, you are a real talented guy to get knocked out in the ways in which he does, man. Come on, you got to give it up for him. Got to get a Breakfast Club applause for him, man. Yo, look, man. And then in the video at the end, look, man, I made sure, like, yo, the irony The irony and defeat, y'all. Like, real rap, like the irony and defeat, bro. Like, think about how, like, in which his brother lost when he lost to William Dietz. Think about in which Wilder lost for the first time when it was official. He gets knocked out and he gets washed by Fury. Those dudes both go to social media. One goes at it all sullen, melancholy, tries to sound all humble, you know, tries to be dismissive of the fact that this man cracked his whole head to the fucking white meat, left him dizzy seeing stars like a Looney Tunes cartoon and shit. And the other one comes at it all rowdy, tries to have some type of toughness, bravado about him and shit. One goes to prayer, the other one goes to war. But it's like, it's mirror imagery, bro. The irony of that shit. That's why I had to like put it side by side and like duplicate like the irony of that whole of just their lives and their situations. Like their lines are running parallel. Like outside of the fact that they're brothers, their professions, like their whole lines is running parallel, bro. It's like time to like cut the umbilical. Y'all motherfuckers is not like, this ain't y'all, this ain't for y'all. Like it's not for y'all. It's been very entertaining, I must say. God damn, it's been entertaining. But this shit ain't for y'all. You got this dude over here. You got Marcellus Wilder. You got him. He the David Blaine of boxing. And fucking this nigga Wilder to turn this fucking whole ear into a fucking tea kettle. This nigga just spilling fucking all type of liquid out his ear and shit like that. Tip him over, all type of liquid come outside his ass. Yo, Tyree, salute. Look, man. So, like when people, I really don't take too much stock in the fact when people say that Tyson Fury could even be potentially sleeping on Deontay Wilder, because he's put him in such a position. How could you? How could you? How could you? I couldn't sleep on him. I when a dude accuse you of so much shit, try to take your win from you, you know what I'm saying? You got the old dude coming out the woodworks with the boar meat. You got this motherfucker brother coming out the woodworks on Instagram talking crazy, like. But it's like, how serious do you take it? He posted that shit on Instagram, and in such a way that you gotta laugh at that shit. Like, when you say the fucking autopsy comes back, and then you write out, you wrote it on Instagram. Fucking idiot. Like, yo, that's some shit, man. Like, that was newspaper-worthy material for the first time in Wilder's life. He didn't even use it to his advantage, other than him getting knocked the fuck out. Poor guy. Yeah, man. Big round of applause for Marcellus, man. So look, this is what I want to do, man. It's been a while, man. Just want to pull some people up, man. Like I'm gonna pull some people up on here, man. I just don't. I don't see it. I don't see a snowball's chance in fucking. I don't see. There's not a snowball's chance in hell that Tyson Fury could ever fucking sleep on fucking Deontay Wilder. Tyson Fury don't look like the type of guy to sleep anyway, man. That motherfucker was built off cocaine. It's a fact. You know, like, yo, when dudes is talking that type of slick, like I said, man, he's put himself in a position where he's going to get beat up worse than he did the first time. And like, hey, man, I'm all on board for it. Can't wait to see it. Hope he gets thrashed, bashed, and potato mashed. All of that good shit. You know, it's time to, you know what I mean? Fuck the boy up. Fuck him all the way up. Boxing God, salute. Peace, brother. Seen the notification on my phone. Can't stay. Got to catch the playback, my brother. Keep bringing the heat. Automatic, Boxing God. Always appreciate you sliding through. Hey, man, that's the beauty of playback, gang. You can always run this shit back. I mean, get up, get a snack. You know what I mean? You ain't even got to worry about missing nothing. You get the beauty of fucking pause and rewind. Oh, but I think you get that shit too while you live, right? Yeah. That sort of shit. It's over for this guy. It's over for him. If this is a cry for help, I was really thinking like maybe Shelley, Al Heyman, all of them demonic bastards over at the PBC that's been clogging up fucking every division since they just been around. Like, I really think maybe like they putting some sort of battery in the people back, man, and this is their little plan, man, to try to buy some sort of time on top of the little bit of time they've already been granted, thanks to this fucking thing floating in the air out here. They've been on my ass, man. I gotta chill on that word. Yeah, man. Like, I don't know how y'all feel about that, man, but for real, bro, like, I'm my third eye, man. Look, man, my spider senses be tingling, bro. Be on my Peter Parker. I be thinking of like, yo, like maybe this shit is some like, all this shit is gotta be by design, man. It's gotta be by design, man. And like, yo, I understand this dude is a fraud. I understand he's just mentally weak, bro. But I just don't think that this dude, man, yo, he of course he's a vessel. But man, look, man, he got some, man, when you got a whole bunch of people around you, if look at it like, okay, this is the best way I could put it. If a motherfucker stopped you from taking $120 million, I believe that they could get you to do some shit like this. That's where I'm coming from. So I wouldn't doubt if the PBC, if the individuals around him, if his bum ass team is trying to do something to buy him some time. I don't know, man. You know, you jumped on the rematch clause kind of quick. I don't know how Bill feel about this Allegiant Stadium with Tyson Fury shit. Like, if that fight really gonna go down, it's a good idea though, because I said that shit a while ago. They should have been thinking about football stadiums during the pandemic. It's the best way you can space yourself out where 100,000 people be sitting. Like at Ohio State, they got like something like 100,000, 110,000 seat stadium and shit like that. Shit is fucking out of this world crazy. So you can hold a boxing match like that. It'll still have that same feel and all of that shit for real. And still get the big events off. If that's the case, if they're going to do it, then yeah, it can be done. It can be done through the Raiders Stadium. But will it be done, though? What type of games is they really trying to play out here to where his little brother would say some shit like this? All right, bro, I figure, I ain't gonna lie, I've been retarded with this shit. Now I'm finally gonna put the link out. I'm gonna put the link out, yo, no bullshit. I'm about to send it now. I swear to God. But yeah, man, like, I don't know, man, what I think about all this shit, man, because, yo, you ain't going, man, you're not going to have somebody so close to you doing that shit, bro, without some type of fucking agenda in mind, bro. And the motherfuckers is trying to start. Think about all of this bullshit that they try to put Anthony Joshua through with losing that belt to when he lost that belt to Andy Ruiz. Come on, man. Come on. We don't think this shit going to play out with their last key in the most exciting division in boxing? I believe so. I'm just trying to give it a little bit of perspective, that's all. Just a little bit. Just letting some air to some different shit. Just kicking some different shit. Just kicking some new flavor in your ear. Shout out to Craig Mack, though. All right, let me put this link in here. Boom. All right, it's in there, bro. I feel you, Timmy. Like, you know me, bro. I kind of been done with the heavyweights, man. Not necessarily done with the heavyweights, but just it's an awkward timing for everything. I think things were kind of moving at a very good pace, considering unforgiving circumstances. But shit, man, like, I do believe that right now when you got to think about everything in a whole, think about the fact that Wilder Fury 3 might not even happen. this year, and I said that shit, bro. I've been saying it. Shit might not even go down. You know what I'm saying? I don't even got a feeling like we're gonna get no major boxing fans this year. I knew it, bro. I knew it. It's almost fucking August, fam. And that's exactly what's happening. So that's what kind of makes it kind of hard to believe, yo. But you never fucking know, man. Yeah, Lisa, like AJ never get the respect he deserved. He never get the respect he deserved. And he's surprised though. I mean, it's literally you go is it a do different be pajama then like it might be or whatever. Like boxing, it's like opposite. Like everything is first. You praise everything, don't put no work, and then the ones you put the work in, bro, you run them through the ringer, and then they go in these weird, they got to take these weird journeys just to try to get smoked with something, with some certain type of opposition, but you never give them credit for it. No matter who they smoke out, they'll smoke out everything around the one piece they've been trying to get to because that's the one the crowd favor always leans towards. But they don't never get to them. They smoke out everything around them, bro. Like like they don't get the respect. It's always the one fucking guy, and it's crazy to me how all of these guys in certain divisions, that one guy happens to be a premier boxing champion fighter. It's fucking weird. Oh, my bad. I'm not wearing my headset. I don't fucking feel like it. And oh, I've been, honestly, shout out rank. Because with the shit the top rank offering, I don't care what division is, like the fights have been, that's what I'm talking about. The level of competition doesn't have to be A, it doesn't have to be fucking A plus, it doesn't have to be mega fights for it to be a great fucking fight. Because what are you getting from these so-called great fighters? I mean, it's a disappointment, yo. I understand why people aren't that invested in boxing. That's why I haven't been that invested in conversation. Because, like, to be perfectly honest, what are we talking about? Yeah, and they are. They're in a lot of the divisions. They're in a lot of divisions, but like motherfuckers just got to start seeing them for what they are, man. Start looking at these motherfuckers like they diseases. The best way you can eradicate a fucking disease in boxing is just don't spend no money with them. Don't give them none of your viewership or none of your time, bro. And move on from that shit. I'm done with it, man. I wipe my hands with it. I'm going to do what I do. But as far as like these clowns, man, I ain't worried about 147. 147 ain't even a fucking conversation. Fuck that. The heavyweight division is a little different. I don't think that there's really a problem with the heavyweight division. I think that the heavyweight division was fine. I think that it's just bad timing, bro. It's bad timing. I was looking forward to Usyk and Chisora, like more than a lot of shit. I can dig it, man. I can dig it, man. I don't know, man. I think the cruiserweights, I think they fucking suck for real. I mean, I don't think. I just think it's a division. I think it's a division, man. That's got weird talent up there. No, not saying no, not Door to Coast, not Door to Coast. I do like Door to Coast and shit like that, but I'm just saying, like, the other champion, God, I can't say his name. Arson. Oh, you know his last name. I think he trash. Like I think he trash. Like that division, and then the Don King fighter. I mean, whatever. There's no appeal up there. Light heavyweight got all the appeal in the world. Light heavyweight got all the excitement in the world. I'm rocking with light heavyweight. I feel like light heavyweight got stupid smoke. Fire, fire, salute, D-Town Blaster. Like light heavyweight got stupid smoke. Like, and them boys want to crack. Like they want to fight. So shit, like I lean towards one action there, man. They're in 168, man. It's a whole lot of fucking appeal right there. 168, 175, man. Yo, 140, man. It's a lot of smoke in them divisions, man. 154 is like the bobblehead crew. Them motherfuckers just get knocked over left and right. You never know who's gonna be a champion in 154. Shit, for real, bro. Like it goes down. Like you know, you never know. Like, and for real, I think the young boy will smoke them all out. I think Israel will smoke all them boys out. I would like to see Navarrete. I would like to see Navarrete fight somebody. You know, Shakur moved up to 130. That changes shit a little bit. He could be the dominant figure at 130. Only time will tell, man. Like that's what I'm saying. It's like so, and that's the beauty about seeing a lot of the boxing right now being in the smaller divisions, man. So at least we can still get full motion in that regard. I mean, it ain't necessarily boxing ain't dead. It's not stopping. I like to see how this fight camp gonna go. Once we get to see this fucking fight camp, I think fight camp start. They pushed it back because that's right. Dillian White was supposed to be today. Is who that good, Wizard? Who you talking about? A new way, Timmy? Yeah, man. A new way a fucking savage, bro. A new way gets the job done. A new way, and the people a new way got to go through in that division, man. As far as the champions that are there right now, man, I don't see that. I don't see that really being a problem for them. I think that it becomes don't one of the guys down there got a P don't one of the guys got a PBC don't one of the champions got a PBC belt? I think who got the WBC? Ray Vargas? I can't fucking remember. Yeah, Wilder been trash. Wilder been trash. They like that's something like we know. Like that's something we know. Like, yo, I'm trying to get motherfuckers to understand, like, yo, there's gonna be a different conversation within a year and a half, 2 years max. We probably got about 2 years of talking about this nigga, probably about 1 year, probably like going over and people making has-been videos about where this nigga ended up. He gonna fade to black. Like, he's gonna fade to black. Like, his history is gonna be prolific because this dude never could sell out an arena. He never could fill up a seat. He never could top bill. Like, yo, his first pay-per-view came off the dude that ruined his career. And that's gonna be it. He got all of these title defenses with a whole bunch of names of somebody you probably went to school with that probably stand outside of 7-Eleven and Sitco and bum fucking Newports right fucking now. Ralph Unreal, man, shit. I don't think so. I don't see it. It ain't happening. There was not one thing that said to me in that fight that he has a fucking chance. There's a sliver of hope. I don't see Wilder. Yo, there's like, yo, we gotta be serious about this shit, man. There's no way it's gonna happen. Mark my words. In a year and a half, 2 years, this dude is gonna fade to black. I promise you. He's not gonna be around no more. He's gonna be he, he's gonna be a cut. Oh my God, man. He gonna be the he gonna be the heavyweight wino of boxing, man. This nigga's gonna be outside of PBC headquarters holding fucking cups, ass begging for change and shit. It's a wrap for the kid, man. And he got done it. And yo, like all of the things that people say they like about Wilder so much, that the shit that he got a pass for that irritated the fuck out of us, y'all don't understand how much that, like, it's a bittersweet thing right now, but it's gonna be sweet as fuck it down the road, like in the near and distant future, bro. Cause like when they play it back, the replays on all of the bullshit, bruh, we gonna be dying laughing. This is history in the making. Like, yo, like for all of the BS, the 5-year reign of trash, the hot dumpster juice reign that he had, all of that trash, bro, all of that goes out the window. I promise you. Yo, like, yo, 702, the only reason I'm saying like 2 more years, that's because like with all this pandemic and shit that's going on, I don't know when him and Tyson Fury going to be in the ring, so I'm trying to be generous yet hypothetically realistic with my time here. That's the only reason I'm giving that dude that benefit of the doubt, because if none of this was going on, I would have said he would have been up out of there already. We would have been getting ready to watch the fight. They were supposed to be fighting this month. Wasn't it this month or was it the end of last month? Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Was ready to get rid of this. Was ready to get rid of this clown. Was ready to get rid of this weird ass twerking ass choir boy, man. Twerking ass choir boy was about to go, and his levitating ass motherfucking demonic brother, man. Marcellus Copperfield over there. Fuck out of here, man. Let's keep it a bean. Let's keep it a bean. Son not gonna make it. Son not gonna make it. Y'all know he not gonna make it. I know he not gonna make it, man. Like, yo, if y'all, I hear so many people talk about this eye test beyond belts and all of this bullshit, right? Well, where the fuck was y'all eye test on February 22nd if y'all believe that this dude even has a chance, man? Come on, fam. Come on, fam. I hear you, D-Town. Salute. Like, where was y'all at? I repeat, man. Don't we talk about this eye test shit all the time? When we had these arguments, when you compare it to belts, when you compare it to young dudes, prospects, all of this stuff, when y'all talk about Macarena doing little Ryan Garcia and all that, facts on top of facts. So where was the eye test on February 22nd to even believe this dude has a chance, man? Ralph, I think you be playing with me, bro. Because you know damn well this dude don't got a chance, man. Stevie Wonder can see that shit. Robert Brown, you more than welcome. You more than welcome to get the link. You more than welcome to get the link. You more than welcome to get it. You can get it, you fucking crackhead. So state your reason. State your reason. Like, it ain't even about me having a chance. It's not even about me having a chance. You fucking hobbit, because I know you only here trolling. But that's all right, though. I'll oblige you for a second. It's not about me having a chance. It's about if Tyson Fury, if Deontay doo-doo face scared Mark Wilder got a chance. That's what it's about. It's about he like a time bomb right now. That's on an extended timer. That shit about to blow up in about a year and a half, bro. Agenda 2021 or some shit like that. 2022. Jay, salute. What's goody?
What's up, man?
Man, chilling, bro. Just living life, man. Just living life.
Dude, Wilder done got some kind of fucking like disability now, cuz do you see him at the end of his weird little video in the woods? Like when he's walking off, like flexing and shit. Like
Oh yeah.
he stumbles, dude, and he has to catch his balance and he looks like he was walking for half a second like he was when he was getting his ass whooped in the fight. It's
That's
like
me. Go ahead.
it's like the equilibrium never came back or some shit, man.
Bro, you wanna know what that is? That's because fucking he been playing around with them female hormones. He been getting shot up with that shit. Him and Telly Swift been working on that pregnancy thing.
Bro, have you seen pictures of him in dresses? Like on red carpets and shit?
Man, like this dude, man, he's a weird guy, man. He's a very weird guy. And it's at the point now where it's like he's lost it, bro. That dent in his head has completely fucked him up.
See, I used to think it was the whole George Foreman effect. Like you're too scared to say anything to the hardest puncher on the face of the planet. Like he might come back and just end your life or whatever. So you don't want to tell him he looks stupid or, hey, don't say that or don't wear that. That's kind of girly. Like you just kind of let him do what he does because he's a monster and everybody walks on eggshells, right?
Right.
He took that ship a whole step further, man. D and Mark had a live the other day where they were pulling up pictures I ain't never seen before, bro. Like Wilder's on the red carpet, smiling, posing, taking pictures with a blouse on. Like he put on a jacket over top of it to play it off. They ain't wearing a dress, but he's wearing a fucking dress, man. Strange as fuck.
Man. He said, fuck. He said, if Young Thug could do it, he could do it, man. I don't know, man. These dudes, man, like he but that explains it though. It explains it, right? I mean, look at the fucking behavior. Every time you fucking turn around, man, shouldn't no man be that proud of shaking their ass like that, man?
Dude.
Magic Tay, man.
Why was he all oiled up though? Like whose idea was the grease?
Bro,
Like
I'm trying to tell you.
Take your shirt off, pull your pants right down to the ass crack line, and just shake, bro. Go.
He was. I'm trying to tell you, bro. He was getting a check. He was trying to get a check from fucking from a petroleum jelly company over in Africa, man. Jump like Tiger Bomb or some shit like that.
Maybe he's just so out there, bro. Like you said, a ticking fucking time bomb. Like all those weird delusions when he would go into the other void, like the cringe shit, the shit that made everybody like, oh, what the fuck? Like he would just take the mood right out of shit with that weird shit. He's mentally breaking down, bro. And this is just it's giving him a reason, man, to finally fucking fall apart.
Yo, like, man, listen. His whole career has been one game. He's been playing one big game of Jenga with his whole career. Well, the PBC has, man, he's just been the dummy. Al Heyman's been playing the ventriloquist his whole career, like puppet master supreme. So, I mean, this dude has been falling. He's been ready to fall a fucking part at every twist or turn. He was always right there. Whether it was one shot from Melina, whether it was being walked down by Johan Duhaupas, whether it was, if it would have been a mandatory from a worthy opponent that was called on at the time, if it would have been a referee that would have actually did their job when he fought Luis Ortiz, it was all, this dude was always about to fall apart, man. And that's exactly what it is. Like he's completely broken now. But like all parts of him are broken. I'm pretty sure like I ain't even gonna say that. But yeah, man, dude broken, man.
I mean, maybe it's like you take someone who's, 8, 9 pro fights and put them in there with an actual top 10 contender, they're going to take shots they've never taken before and accumulation they've never taken before, and it's going to have lasting fucking damage because you didn't level them up properly. Like, you didn't get them acclimated to taking that type of punishment and then level up the type of punishment to where they can have resistance to it. Like, he might have taken an ass whooping like he truly is, like an amateur from a professional, man. Like, that was might not be some shit he's never coming back from. I feel for Wilder, bro. I feel for Wilder.
Think about when Naseem Hamed took his first loss. Like, it was impossible for him it was damn near impossible for him to fucking bounce back because of the type of attitude and the type of persona that he had, the type of fighter that he was. Pure confidence, supreme confidence, overly cocky, like to the point to where it's like, man, yo, this dude got to back this shit all the way to fuck up, man. Or I got to see his ass get washed, so you better be that fucking good. So, like, Wilder didn't even have those type of skills that Naseem Hamed had. So to take the type of ass whooping that to pretty much take a comparable ass whooping and to think that he's gonna come back, like, hell nah. He ain't built like that.
What is there to fall back on? There's no foundation to build upon to come back, man.
Nah, there's not. There's not, like, and this isn't. And this is what people got to understand too. When you talk about giving the individual a chance, understand this. Understand that this motherfucker never cared about boxing anyway. It was always a third or fourth option. Boxing was not something Deontay Wilder loved. He has no history of understanding the sport. He has no care for the sport. He doesn't even have a connection with the sport. I mean, while he's in it and present damn day. So with that being said, how could you put any type of stock into thinking this guy will come back and get a W on a guy who's been eating and sleeping and shit his whole freaking life, regardless of how much a clown he is too? Like, so at the end of the day, like, think about it. Like, Fury gonna wash this boy, man.
And with all the bullshit animosity built up from this Glovegate, man, it already built up and died away. Then I seen Glovegate 2.0 coming out. I'm like, come the fuck on with this horse shit. Dude, I seen a video the other day talking about Wilder is the Jack Johnson of our time. And fucking Fury is Jim Jeffries. Except the wrong person won. Or some, like, they was trying to spin it on some horribly, just atrociously retarded shit.
That is some fucking bullshit.
Like, how dare
if I've
you, bro?
Fucking heard it. Like, yo, Wilder wouldn't even know what it's fucking like to even walk in Jack Johnson's shoes, to even have to fight in the type of fucking matches he had to fucking fight in. Like, yo, this dude, like, man, bro, I'm not even going to begin to even go into like some of the circumstances. Some of the circumstances this dude had to fight in. Like, Wilder wouldn't even be able to stomach around to that shit.
Hell no. He wouldn't make it to the ring, man. He's sitting in the fucking locker room like, all right, give me another 5 minutes. Give me another 5 minutes.
So when we, like, people are so loose with their words, man. They so loose with their words. It's okay to be in awe of fucking talent. Wilder isn't even fucking talented, for one. Like, he's got what people believe. I believe that his attribute is kind of mythological, man. That power that people says he has, I believe that's got a question mark on it. I don't believe that that's fully there. I'm not fully invested into his power as everybody else is. He's a talented individual. Like, he's not like, Wilder doesn't have layers to him in this sport, man. Like, he's as basic as they come. And for people to fucking, like, try to put this dude up here, like, yo, like, it's okay to like another guy. Like, yo, like, you could, like Shakur Stevenson, say he's talented, say he's got all type of skill in the fucking world. But, bro, you don't got to compare him to Floyd Mayweather. Not everybody's going to beat Floyd Mayweather. Not everybody hits harder than Mike Tyson. Not everybody's going to beat freaking Joe Louis or Muhammad Ali. I'm tired of hearing it. You don't compare him to him. Let that be that person and let him blossom. Then you might actually give this individual a fighting freaking chance. Like, this dude, Wilder was already a nobody. He was a fraud from the beginning. So taking up all of this bronze bomber, saying all of this stuff about you got more power than Mike Tyson and trying to exalt yourself over other heavyweights in freaking boxing and not respecting guys that came before you and paved the way for you to get the payday while you're pimping the process that they put their blood, sweat, and tears into. Like, yo, and you the biggest fucking fraud in it. Like, yo, and they paved that fucking way for you. Of course, he's wearing all different type of hats. Real dudes not doing that. Real boxers is not doing that. That's how you know he's a fuck boy. He's not a guy that you could he's not a guy that you could take time or even give that type of shot to. Like if we've witnessed Exhibit A and B and expounded on why it happened and how it was going to happen, and we got there, and all of that shit happened, why are we going to act like this dude even stands a chance in the third fight? It fucking baffles me.
Dude, to compare him to old champions who done things, it's one thing. To compare it to old fighters of the past, it's one thing. But to compare such a heartless little fucking rat that happens to be 6'7" to somebody who's, I believe, is like the baddest man who ever walked the planet, and just in terms of heart, just in terms of will, like there's people in the crowd, like the majority of the crowd hated Jack Johnson. Like some of them even wanted to kill him, bro. They stopped the fucking Jim Jeffries fight. The sheriff got in the ring with his gun drawn, pointed at Jack, like literally leave that man alone on some ultimate bitch shit. Like
that's
you
a
can't
fact.
compare him to that kind of legend, man. Like how dare they fucking do that shit?
And those are the grievances, you know, and those are the grievances I have when people say shit like that. And when you like, yo, when you gotta put everything in perspective, man, like listen, man. Once again, these dudes have paved the way, blood, sweat, and tears for a fucking fraud to come in and reap the benefits from the work that they put into the game, man. They laid the beams to this shit, bro.
Honestly, I wouldn't even mind Wilder, but he disrespects and shits on the old school. Like
that's
flat
my
out
problem.
spits in the face of it, man.
That's my problem. Like, yo, once again, and people who've been subbed to the channel, I'm sure you've heard me say this shit. Yo, you could be the fucking biggest fucking scrub in the world that you want to be. My nigga, I don't care. That is on you. You can be that guy, bro, but be that scrub gracefully. Don't be this dude that comes in here and you cocky, you got your chest poked out, you big Willie on the block now. You freaking Tookie Williams on D block. Stop the shit, bro. Just be a scrub and be that in peace, bro. Don't come in trying to disrupt the flow of everything. Like, yo, you came in, you got a belt, and you just completely lost your head. You lost your head. He was not like that before that. That's why I speak on the fact that he's such a fraud that he can't even respect the ones that came before him because this ain't his party. He ain't really here. Because there's no appreciation for it. He's only here for the fucking drinks. He's only here for the festivities. He's not there to put the work in. He ain't here to help set up. Nah, he one of them type motherfuckers. He don't never want to help set up the party. He just want to come get the fucking food and drinks and shit, reap the benefits of the festivities and shit, and then dip off early and shit. He don't want to help set up nor break down. That's Wilder. That's been Wilder's whole position in boxing. Fuck him. And if anybody believes that he has any type of chance or there is any type of life that exists in him after taking that type of ass whooping that he took from Tyson Fury already, and this is from a guy that we know, this is for a fact, cannot punch. He is not, and I'm not taking, I'm calling it like it is. If he couldn't drop Otto Wallen, as urgent as it was for him, Wilder never had Deontay. Let's put this in perspective. Otto Wallen had freaking Tyson Fury in a state of urgency. Like, yo, he had to move kind of fast. So he was putting in real work on Otto, and he couldn't drop him. Deontay, man, look, Tyson Fury was fresh. He had nothing to worry about. He wasn't cut with Deontay Wilder. He got to do what the fuck he wanted to do.
I honestly think that's a different Fury from the Volume fight. Like, he changed his punching style completely, man. Like, he wasn't throwing short hooks and just playing with the range like he did in the third Wilder fight, man. Or in the second Wilder fight, I mean.
He didn't even play with the range in the Otto Wallin fight. Like, as soon as he got cut, he minimized it. He minimized the range, and I mean that's pretty much what he did to Wilder the whole time. He smothered him, like he smothered him pretty much the entire fight. He pressed him the entire time. I mean, he caught space a couple times, but even then, he wasn't even really sitting down on his punches in the fight. If he would have really done that the way he was supposed to do it, like the way he did it when they threw the white flag, if he would have, like, he sat down on it for that one little punch combination, right, he would have killed Wilder. He would have literally killed him.
That's what I've been thinking about lately, man. Like, if you put him in there with a real puncher, what kind of damage is it going to be then? Because Tyson Fury is kind of, like you said, like his whole style is moving while he's punching. You know, he don't get set for nothing, man. If you put him in there with somebody who's going to catch him and then load up on a combination and really come with some punch, like, Wilder might not make it out of the fucking ring, man. Like with the Dillian White or especially with the AJ. I didn't give AJ enough credit, man. I watched him obliterate Povetkin, right? The left hook that knocked Povetkin out was explosive as fuck, man. He's legit. And he's so goddamn big, man. AJ is so fucking megalithlically big.
Short right hand and knocked Povetkin out.
I'm saying on one of the knockdowns, just on one of the replays, I was shocked. I was shocked by like the impact and like the ripple effect. Like, damn, he really does have a left hook. I just been catching up on AJ, man. But yeah, if a real puncher got in there with Wilder, man, what kind of damage would he take? Because Fury barely put the hammer to him.
Yeah, bro. It's like, man, look, what we saw was like, yo, it's just like, it's like a fucking tiger that's got a fucking little baby doe fucking trap or some shit like that. Like, yo, and it's like, yo, you know this motherfucker a baby, you know it can't really run. It's not really gonna be that hard of a chase or anything like that. So you fucking bite it, you sink a tooth into it, give it a little bit of death blow, paw it around a little bit. Try not to be overly aggressive with it. Just kind of leak them out fucking slow. Like, that's kind of like what fucking Tyson Fury was doing with Deontay Wilder because the nigga was just so fucking soft in the shit. Salute, DJ. I appreciate you, brother. He was so soft in the motherfucking shit. Like, Tyson Fury just went hella easy on him. Like, so it's like, I don't see him doing anything fucking differently now. Like, I mean, I see him going, now I see him ODing, like going completely OD and just destroying this boy and breaking every fucking bone in his body. And let's be honest here, Wilder is fucking small. And people were complaining about he carried too much weight at 235 into that fight. Come on. This dude is French fries. You don't stand a fucking chance, man. Like, this dude is fucking, if you got to come in smaller than what you did and you got a fucking dent punched in your head and you complaining about this dude had metal in his boxing glove, that's how hard this motherfucker cracked your goddamn head wide open. I swear to God, man, look, he might as well forget it, man. You might as well hang it all the way up, dude. It's a wrap, bro. It's over for you.
Well, see, Wilder's whole style was ruined by his weird weight gain, right? And he had said at like a long way out, like 8 weeks or something like that, that he was already in training camp. So it was a sign like way early that he's going to be overtrained and come in there with no legs and shit. And that's pretty much what the fuck happened, except with extra weight. So, I mean, even if he had gotten down to that, like, he needs to be 209 pounds, like a whip. Like, his whole thing is popping, like a whip at the end of the fucking punch. But with that damage taken in the fucking Fury fight, man, like, what is he really going to be, bro? And it's not even been that long from recovery. Like, you need to sit your ass down for a year after a beating like that. You know, like, who the fuck is he going to show up as, even if he does get back down to his original weight with his original style?
So Desi, Yo, your name, are you a dude? And your fucking name is Desi? Come on, bro. Are you a dude? I don't wanna like. I wanna make sure you a dude first. I don't wanna be disrespectful, cause your name is Desi. I don't, you know what I'm saying. I don't wanna come off real offensive cause I could be aggressive and real disrespectful at times. But it has nothing to do with being a fanboy or line eyes or anything. That motherfucker, that nigga whole wrist could have did a fucking 360 for all I give a fuck. He got his ass whooped. That nigga could have came in with a whole fucking bionic shoulder. And, like, it wouldn't even have mattered. He just got beat the fuck up, period. Tyson Fury beat that man up. Tyson, for real, Tyson Fury could have came in with one arm tied behind his back. And I don't think the results would have varied. I really don't. I really don't. Like, it was bad for your boy, man. And if you want to come up and explain yourself, the link is in the chat. You're more than welcome. DJ Salute.
What's up, fam?
What's goody?
What's up, D?
Shit, man. What's up, Jay? Nah, man. That dude, I don't care what he do. He gonna get beat up again, dog. That's all. Wilder gonna get beat up again, and all of you Wilder fans, this ain't no damn Wilder hate. This is just the facts, man. The man cannot beat Tyson Fury. The man cannot beat Anthony Joshua. The man probably can't beat Dillian White or Andy Ruiz. The man just not built for that level of competition. The best level of competition this man faced was Tyson Fury. He lost twice, essentially, but they called it a draw the first time. Second to that, the best level of competition this man faced was Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz is not on the level of Andy Ruiz, Dillian White, Andy Joshua, or Tyson Fury. He's just not, bro. All of those guys will beat Luis Ortiz just as well. And you know what else? They'll beat Wilder because that's the level of the guy he's on. He knocked the dude out, but he had two tumultuous fights with him. He got his ass beat for 7 rounds, then he knocked him out in the second fight. He almost got put away himself. A lot of refs could have called a standing TKO on that fight with Luis Ortiz, the first fight. So essentially, that is his most tumultuous fight on that level of heavyweight. Luis Ortiz is not the top level of heavyweight. Get this through your head. Get it through your head. I don't care what Wilder does, what training he gets. He is not beating Tyson Fury. He's not beating Anthony Joshua. And I would not be surprised if he got beat by Dillian White and Andy Ruiz. And I'm not hating on Wilder. That's just the brass tacks of it. That's it.
I honestly don't want to see them fights, man. Like,
I'm
Wilder should just retire, bro.
man, look, I've been saying it. I've been saying it. At this point, and this is what I was just saying earlier, D. I don't know if you fucking heard me or not. I just said there's no fucking point. At this point, this guy's got a year and a half, 2 years at best, and then we completely fucking getting rid of this dude from boxing. So the conversation has to change. Like, we've got to, like, people need to start getting familiar with being entertained with more individuals. There are other colorful individuals in boxing, like, but they can never be revealed if all of our attention is paid to this guy, or it's so much light shined on this guy, bruh. His agenda, once his agenda change, I promise you, there's going to be another guy that comes out of the, you know what I'm saying, that rises from the fucking PBC, crack smoke ashes, and comes into the boxing world in the heavyweight division that is going to try to duplicate the same process. This is how they work. So even if Wilder's gone, we still gonna be we still gonna see some type of activity like this. Do I want it? Absolutely not. But he about to get up out the game, bro. He got about a year and a half, 2 at best, depending on how long this situation is stalling the fans from getting in the stadium. That is about it.
I agree totally. I agree 100%. I back you on that 100% because everything you said, because you didn't say one thing wrong, and to add on to that, the dude's injuries. They piling up, bro. His body not even meant to go but so much longer. And his fans gotta accept that. That's just the facts. That goes on top of everything Mr. Two Hands just said. Because every fucking thing he said is a fact, bro. And on top of all of that, look at the injuries. This nigga's getting injured in both arms now, bro. So when you get an injury, what do you have to do from an injury? Heal from an injury. He's already in his mid-30s. Bro, just like Mr. Two Hands said, the dude got 1.5, 2 years tops. We're not hating on him. These are the facts, bro.
Right. Like, I mean, I don't know what people want me to do. Like, I don't know. I don't like, look, I'm not I'm not an ego stroking individual. I'm not here to coddle this guy. I'm not here. Like, I'm not here to I'm not here to like help segue this guy's career through bullshit by talking bullshit. Nah, bump all that. I'm not here to accelerate his greatness by him being through fraudulent means. Nah, this dude is trash. He's trash. So with trash gets thrown the fuck out. So he needs to get his trash ass thrown off the rankings because he got the whole shit dripping with hot dumpster juice while he's fucking leaving his skid mark all throughout the whole top 10. I'm sick of this bullshit.
Yep, and he got no chance or opportunity of redemption. That's the unfortunate part for Wilder, because it's too late for him to learn or get better, or even he doesn't have enough time to redeem himself. That's the thing. Like people say, oh, Wilder could do this, Wilder could do that, and if you realistically look at it, you're talking 2 or 3 fights, 2 minimum before he's able to implement anything new, right? 2 fights minimum. So you're talking 2 years before he's even really able to implement anything new. He doesn't even have time for redemption. It's over for this dude, bro. It's over.
Right, and I always go back to this. My thing is this: we already watched this dude. It's just like OG Leon Muhammad said it best, man. He was like, man, he took his fucking heart when he got up in the 12th round of the first fight. He just finished it off in the 7th round of the second fight. That's just, because like, let's be perfectly honest here. Wilder has never cared for boxing. He doesn't love boxing. I mean, he isn't one of the guys that really eat, sleep, and breathe that thing. Nope. Like, come on, fam. We got to put it in that perspective. So how can we expect a guy with no love for the sport, no discipline in the sport, doesn't care about the guys who came before him, has no respect for the craft? How do we expect him to come back and be the person who has taken their whole life and mastered and honed every fucking bit of the sweet science and put that shit in they toolbox, man? I realistically try to give people the most honest perspective that I possibly can without sprinkling no bullshit on it, because I have no allegiance to nobody. You know what I'm saying? But boxing. So I'm not here kicking no fuck shit to y'all, man. Whatever y'all drinking, man, or whatever blue pill y'all done pop, man, y'all been lied to. It's time to pull the veil from over your eyes, bruh. Take the Ray glasses, goggles off, man. This is what it is. That dude ain't it, man. If it's anybody in the top 50 or above, he might have a chance, man.
Fury put gloves on at the age 16 and been boxing competitively since 19. He started amateurs at 19. Wilder, come on, dude. You play basketball and all that, and you got into boxing to save your daughter, to help your daughter out. That situation's handled, more than handled. Wilder got plenty of money. He don't have the passion and desire for this sport like a lot of these other fighters. Just like Mr. Two Hands just said. Like I said, bro, he don't have the pedigree, none of that. Fury put on gloves at 16. He been boxing competitively and boxing well as far as the sweet science is concerned since the age 19. Wilder don't have nothing for this dude. Nothing for him.
Right. Like, that's why, like, I'm never dismissive of the facts, man. Like, I'm a believer in, history is is very telling of what takes fucking place in the present and what's gonna dictate in the future. And this shit has already been laid out, man. This shit was already written, man. Deontay Wilder kind of, you know what I'm saying? He kind of fucked over his whole process, bro, because PBC was already 100% fully aware of what this individual was as a fighter. They knew how limited this guy was. They weren't trying to throw him in this position only when it was advantageous to the program. Only then. Only then, when it was only advantageous to the PBC, did they try to make that happen. Other than that, they were not trying to put Deontay Wilder in a fight with Tyson Fury. They didn't want to have that second fight. Deontay Wilder kept forcing the hand and wanting to make the fight happen. So it was forced to happen because, as we know, Al Heyman isn't a freaking promoter. He's an advisor. So,
Right.
you know, he kind of wrote his own check that his ass couldn't cash. So this is what it is, man. So for you fanboys like Desi King and other individuals that are finding it hard to understand why people feel this way or why I'm hitting this dude over the head so strong, yo, why don't y'all get it? Why don't he get it? That's what I don't understand.
And how you get offended? How you get offended by me saying that fight with Luis Ortiz could have been waved off, Desi? Because I see your comment. He said, since the fight isn't waved off, the man
I
isn't
seen it.
unconscious. Now, here's the thing, Desi. You can use your own eyes, fam. Now, whether you accept it or not is on you. But you can use your own eyes. Go look at the trouble that Luis Ortiz had him in versus the trouble that Fury had him in when they stopped the Fury fight. He was getting beaten worse by Luis Ortiz, bro. That man was damn near out on his feet, and Luis Ortiz can throw harder and set harder punches than Fury. You got to understand this. He can. Okay, he has technique. That's one thing Cubans have. They have technique with those punches they throw, which means Fury could damage him. He was in more trouble. I mean, not Fury, but Ortiz could damage him. He was in more trouble with Ortiz, bro. And they did not stop that fight. So if I sit up here and say that they could have called that fight, look at the fight with Fury. If they called that a stoppage, they could have called the one with Ortiz a stoppage. You just got to accept it.
Sporting Advantage salute with the super chat, my bro. Sporting Advantage says, ask D if he has won his prediction in the past 2 weeks. Happy 4th, dog. Happy 4th to you, bro.
Hell yeah, Sport Advantage. You've been watching me, haven't you, dog? I'm climbing on up the ladder, baby. I'm going to take first and second this week, dog. Yes, sir. I'm trying to win that thing.
Babe.
Yeah, dog. I came in dead, Mr. Two Hands, because, after the layoff and shit, right? I forgot. I straight forgot. I was on the live. Champ Ross, the dude that won the run the league, he was on my live too. He said, D, you got to put your picks in. I had 20 minutes, dog, straight that week.
Is this that champion boxing league shit that he was talking about to me in the fucking live chat? Man, he keep trying to get me in that shit, bro. But when he tells me about it, man, he tells me in the fucking live chat, man. So it's streaming through so fast, all the damn comments. I don't catch that shit on playback or be remembering that shit, man. It's
That's
too
all right.
much going on.
I got you, fam. There's two ways to get in that joint. I got you. Anybody else? Plus, I'm getting ready to do a video for our prediction league. Nigga, we got trainers in there, active boxers, Vic Darchinian, Rancis Bartholomew was in there, but I don't know what he did, but Vic Darchinian in there. I'm telling you, we got, it's a real good league, bro. But I'm telling everybody now, I'm trying to win. All I got to do is win one. It's hard to win a season. I just got to win one season. Then I'm the man to beat, bro. I can't really take that title because I haven't pulled the season down yet. So, guys like Champ won, or Ladito won one, Nayoda won one, but I gotta win one. But as far as that's concerned, Mr. Two Hands, bro, I stay in the top 3, fam. I mean, throughout the season, I stay in the top 3 since I started that shit, which means consistency, bro.
Man, there's nothing like there's nothing like little competitive, like fantasy, any type of fantasy league, any type of little fun competition and shit like that amongst the boys. That shit, you know what I'm saying, it gets the blood flowing.
Yeah, plus Champ give away some money. $100 for first place, but next season is gonna be $150 for first place. I think something like that. He get ready to give out more money next season. So
overall, man, bragging rights is key, man. Year to year, bragging rights is key.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, man, boxing is fraternal. And speaking of boxing being fraternal, it kind of goes back to the conversation that we have and pertaining to why, Deontay Wilder doesn't even fit into this thing. And, this nigga is getting kind of X'd out. And I think that's what kind of mirroring around like the center of the nucleus of my whole conversation, man. It's like, yo, dude got to go, bro. He's got to fucking go, man. Like, understand this, right? If he would have just said, nah, fuck that, bro. I'm just going to step to the side. Realistically, other things would have probably ensued that would have made people probably try to look at this undisputed match a different way. Or things could have potentially happened with this undisputed match for me not to think that there's a whole bunch of distorted shit and it genuinely has a chance of happening. Because I'm looking at fucking hurdle after hurdle after hurdle that this fighter has to go through, that fighter has to go through, this uncertainty, that uncertainty, and we all know what they are. We've all talked about them several fucking times. So who's to say what's gonna happen and when it's gonna happen? And once again, we're still dealing with a present issue where numbers are still constantly increasing and people are constantly getting infected day by day. So we don't know what's what, bro. So it's like Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury isn't like really a reality for me right now. I don't know if other people see it that way, but if Deontay Wilder would have fucking got out of this fucking thing we love called boxing and would have just stepped to the side, put something in a contract or anything, then maybe, you know what I'm saying, it could be more of a reality for me, man. I'm just hopeful, but that's about as realistic as I can be right now.
Yeah, bro. Deontay Wilder and his contracts all together or just screwed up, bro. He should have took the contract to fight Joshua. We wouldn't be in this situation. He should have took the contract to step aside money. We wouldn't be in this situation. You should have signed the contract for the trilogy. We wouldn't be in this situation. Why the fuck you in your contracts?
Yeah, man.
That motherfucking killing us, bro.
Hey, Two-Hand. One quick thing about Wilder. Y'all remember when he visited the Pope and fucking the Pope made him ambassador of peace or some horseshit?
Oh my fucking God.
I don't even remember that, bro.
He punches people in their forehead until they go to sleep and he's the ambassador of peace. Get the fuck out of my face.
He wants to touch a body in the ring, but he's the ambassador of peace.
But I'm saying, hold on. My whole thing is, I was getting a conspiracy theory on Catholicism at that time, and I was like, oh my God, this is some weird, like, he done hooked him up with the devil power, bro. Like, he done got christened with the Satan strength. And when he came out with that demon outfit in the walkout, I was like, oh shit. I was kind of getting the heebie-jeebies, bro. Like, when he took his mask off and had that weird-ass look in his eye, looking back, that weird-ass look in his eye was that heart being taken, bro. Like, he took that mask off. If you go back and look, when he took the fucking mask off, the very first moment he makes eye contact with the camera, he is terrified, bro. Like, he is just, like, fighting for breath. But I really, for half a second, I thought that devil strength, like, I thought they done fucking made him a full-fledged demon or some shit, bro.
Man, like that whole Vatican fucking play and shit like that with him traveling Mauricio Suleiman and that ambassador for fucking peace shit for the fucking WBC and all of that shit is a fucking joke to me. It's a fucking joke. And I mean, for real, all of that shit is all in all, you know, it's a whole bunch of fucking caterpillar fucking dick to fucking ass cheek shit they got going on with the PBC and the WBC and all of these niggas with their little situations, they little weird fucking man fan fucking situations they be having where they be having, you know, the belts fucking standing Wilder's laps with no mandatory and you know, they do fuck shit like the Sergio Martinez situation where they just stripped the fucking belt from him. Like, you know what I mean? And threw it in a position to where Julio Cesar Chavez fucking got it. Like, you know, a little bullshit like that. Like, you know, they've always had a little butt fucking little bullshit that they do in the WBC, and especially for PBC fighters. It's something that Al Heyman is something that they have going on. And that's the person they have their relationship with. And I genuinely don't think it necessarily consists on or it necessarily leans on Al Heyman. I think Al Heyman wears all of the brunt of the frustration on most of the things because he's that so-called guy. He's their Kaiser Sose kind of figure. I think it has more to do with the relationship with Floyd Mayweather. All of the money that Floyd Mayweather has made from him through sanctioning fees and all of the things Floyd Mayweather has done as far as he's been a huge staple of the WBC and winning their belts time and time again and making sure that he's only been in fights with their belts for their belts. I mean, he's only won so many IBF titles and a couple WBAs, I believe. Other than that shit, that boy fucking WBC'd the fuck out.
You always wonder why he had a whole shitload of green belts. Like every time he's fucking entering or leaving the ring, like his cronies, the money team is just covered in green belts. Like motherfucker, you ain't got any other kind of belt? Like the eagle belt, like something cooler than just the bullshit green round fucking brass.
Yo,
I mean,
man.
And don't get me wrong, I'm a lover of the green belt myself. I think it looks the best.
Not 8 of them though. Goddamn.
I mean, I think it looks. I mean, as when you were coming up, when you knew Muhammad Ali got the WBC belt, and you seen Mike Tyson, and you seen so many greats hold the WBC belt. You know, that was the reason you had love for the WBC belt. But I don't think, I think right now for me it's kind of different. It's because I'm so more involved on a level than I was as a child and understanding the inner workings of boxing and having such of a inner being able to look at so much of the inner workings of what's going on and having so much information thrown at me now to where I know so much bullshit, how you can call people out on so much bullshit. We knew boxing was corrupt, but it was different. It was a different kind of corrupt because you got the action that you wanted to get. The money, the shit with the money and the fighters, you knew that took place. You just kind of just like, damn, you got to be smart about your money. That was about it. I was younger, but now it's kind of different, bro. Like this shit, like, ugh.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. But I just said the other day that the thing with the WBC and why it holds so much prestige is not as much as what the fans think, and even what we know about Mauricio Suleiman's crookedness and everything else. It's the fighters. The fighters hold that belt to so much prestige. That's the belt that they all chasing. So if your favorite guy is chasing that WBC belt, then fans are going to look at that belt as that's the belt to get, because the fighters come in it so much. They want it. That's the belt they want. It doesn't matter how crooked Suleiman is. It doesn't matter how much corruption they bring to the table. The fighters want that covenant green belt. And if they continue to chase after that belt, then that's going to be the belt that holds the most prestige.
Right. And honestly, I don't even think that it's a necessary. It doesn't even, for me, it doesn't come because, like, there's two. Because really, when it comes down to the most prestigious belt, always go back to, the first. So you always show love to what was first.
That's the WBA.
Absolutely. So you give love to what was first. So when I talk about prestige, I go back to the oldest belt. The Ring magazine is I show love as far as prestige because that's held on a standard of who is conditionally number one, and each of that, if you're the best of the best, and you're always supposed to fight the best at a given amount of time. So that's giving respect. And another belt that's giving respect, like the WBC. But, the WBA isn't on that level. People don't give the WBA the respect that the WBC gets. But I must let it be known that the WBA came first. So you can't put that above something else for that reason. But the other belt that gets a lot of love is the IBF. The IBF, ever since its inception, has always gotten its love for the simple fact that it's that one belt that people always looked at. Hardcore boxing fans truly understand that if anybody holding the IBF, you're really a fucking fighter that's about your smoke. You really about the sport. You really about trying to be great because you can't duck no mandatories. They'll strip you for everything. You gotta be 100% down the middle with the IBF. So there's a few belts that hold that, but
the IBF saved boxing too, bro. And in a sense, you could say that they saved boxing because the WBA, although they're the first, they almost buried boxing with the Teamsters and the corruption, and the WBC jumped right on board with that bullshit. And the WBC and the WBA together nearly buried the sport of boxing.
Yeah, with but the IBF was just rated too.
At the time, and the 83 is when that belt was recognized. So they actually came in during the time where the WBA and the WBC nearly buried it, and they saved it because this was a legitimized belt that people could depend on without the corruption. Yeah, later down the line they got involved with it, but at the same time, they were looked at as the savior. That's how they got recognized, the IBF, because they revived boxing. You know what I'm saying? It was
Hey,
because
well,
of
Henry
them.
Giggles, my bad, D. Well, Henry Giggles, unfucking subscribe, bro. You act like I even knew you were subbed to me anyway, bro. I had no idea you were even in the chat. So please unsubscribe. Y'all niggas, so if you got a problem talking about my man, talking about D bias, bro, I don't give a fuck with who you got a problem with in my house, on my channel, on my panel. Bruh, deal with it. Or pull up and you can explain yourself. Other than
That's
that,
one of them niggas.
unsubscribe. Like,
That's the DSFG dudes, bro.
oh, that nigga DSF fucking G, that fucking moron, man. I don't even know why he pretend to be somebody else anyway. I'm probably like one of the only individuals in the world that tolerate his ass.
Yeah, Stockton King, that's DSFG too. I'm on to him and H Money, a bunch of their burner account. You know them niggas don't like me. I don't really care because I don't want to debate them no more. So now they don't like me because I don't want to debate them on my panel. So whatever, man. He's not unsubscribing from you, bro. He's already gonna stay subscribed to like his other 30 accounts.
Carlo Realist, I'm sorry, but Matchroom and DAZN is not falling off, and Blavatnik just, you know what I mean, just got another 7 billion added to his bank account. So all of those theories about DAZN and Matchroom falling off, that shit is not gonna happen. You know, you got to look at you got to look at people's intention and what people have invested interest and what invested interest they have into putting these articles out and then saying this individual is going to fall. You have one fucking promotional outfit that is over in fucking the UK that is completely dominating fucking the UK, dominating pretty much the only people that can fend them off is Premier Boxing Champions that are out of the big wig outfit, promotional outfit. Premier Boxing Champions and goddamn PBC and Main Event on a smaller level, like they the only ones that can fend them off. And they having to come together and kind of work together in tandem as far as media, as far as now even trying to put together bouts and trying to fend them off. And it just ain't fucking working. So in saying that they're falling off, bro, like the first where you hearing that, that's false, man. That's false. And that's too soon to even be even a thought or even a conversation, like for people to have it. It ain't even been 5 or 6 fucking months. It ain't been a whole fucking year. Like, let's be serious.
Hey, Mr. Two Hands, what do you think about you two J Blues? What y'all think about the zones? Y'all think they're gonna break into the pay-per-view market? Y'all think they're gonna be forced to do that?
Man, I really don't see the zone going in the pay-per-view market, because if that was the case, that would truly kill their business model. In my eyes, that would kill your business model, because your whole thing was delivering a package of fucking blockbuster fights, getting out of the pay-per-view era, because we really should be out of the pay-per-view era, because I would say, in my mind, I would think that 60 to 70% of houses wouldn't even have fucking cable at this point in time. So I would say that most people would be getting out of that kind of thought process. And I mean, it's really not economically sound nor responsible to be thinking that people can constantly kick out that kind of person if you're going to have this fight in so many fucking different divisions. I think that, they should stay where they are. If we're going to look at what's going on with the pandemic right now, if we're keeping the pandemic in mind and we're going to do it that way, I don't have a problem with that. A pay-per-view right now, that's not a problem. Considering that what's going on with the pandemic, you should have some type of pay-per-view model in place, and people should be understanding of it. If you want to see certain fucking fighters in the ring, yeah, we should want that. But as far as this is over, I think that no, because the economy, we wanting to bounce back, so the zone would be more or less benefiting from the fact that all of this shit has been going on, and whenever it's truly over, the zone would benefit the most. I would have to look at it, hypothetically speaking, from my point of view, considering that they would be the streaming service that's giving you fights for $20 a fucking month. You're getting all of these fights for $20 a fucking month, and they're not charging you pay-per-view fees, and everybody's taking a financial fucking hit. So I think they're kind of in a good spot right now, for real.
What you think, Jay? What do you think about it, Jay? Well, look, Mr. Two Hands, look, I don't know what Jay doing, but since all right, let me ask you this then: do you think that they should play it like the stock market, right, and kind of hold out? Because I think that the fan restriction is going to be extended. So, do you think they should play like the stock market, hold it out, stick to their grounds, like you said, right, and then when the fans get restricted again, start attacking other fighters, like start going at other fighters. Even though you invest money now, their model could pay off down the road because if they get these fighters, lock them in the contracts, even though they invest money in them now and they start putting on these cards, they'll be the only thing smoking, putting on good cards for like $10 a month. Bro, they'll start capturing all the fucking fans on that streaming app, but they'll have to take a risk and hold out. Now, if the fans don't get extended, I mean, you know what I mean? If that situation don't get extended, they still take a risk, but I mean, I think they should hold out, like just hold out to the last minute, and then just start going after like Ryan Garcia, unhappy right now. Go after his little ass. Give him good contract. Lock it down. He kid of the future. Go after the Teofimo. Bob get ready. He get ready to tap out. Either Bob get ready to tap out or retire. A lot of these young stars are gonna need somewhere to go to and make money. The zone should just start attacking them. Hold out to their model, and then now have this shit on lock. What you think?
The crazy thing is, bro, I honestly believe that that's actually been the plan, and that's been what's been going on, kind of. Because if you kind of look at like the recent history, if you look at how Luda Bell has been having to kind of float his kind of fighters in between programs, if you look at what he's been having to do with Regis program, if you look at what he did with losing Sergey Derevyanchenko to PBC, but all of that, basically it's just been this one, they've been all trying to monopolize fighters. They've been trying to take in as many fighters as they can. But it looks like the PBC is going to be the ones that benefit the most, considering they're the most lucrative stable. It seems they're the one stable that seems to be playing more fair, and you have a lot more opportunities to go make money with other promotional outfits and still be able to do business with them and that not be a problem. So it seems like all of these fighters that are in these fucked up positions, man, I think that, Matchroom kind of knew this shit, and Eddie knew this shit the whole time, that they weren't going to be able to outlast him anyway. And he too fucking young, and they pockets just too fucking long, bro. Like, before people always rush and they think about Blavatnik and they think about just the zone and shit. My whole thing is, I'm like, damn, what about Eddie and Barry Hearn? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that money long too, you know what I mean? So I think they kind of got the game. I think they kind of putting their game in that direction already, though. Salute Mo. Salute DT3, MBBC in the building.
Hey, does anybody know how big that Matchroom boxing ring is supposed to be? I've been trying to look that shit up. I can't find the ring size.
House. I don't know what size ring, but Desi, man, cut it out. Desi said the zone is broke. They won't just give away their money. Desi, did you hear what I just said, bro? Big business is about investments, bro. I didn't say give these kids money. I said invest. Listen, Desi, listen. Invest into the young fighters, because the young fighters are going to be the ones winning in the future. Therefore, in the future, when you make that investment, you lock it down. All of that money come back because you have all the viewers. That's called investment. That's not called giving their money away. And then when you sit here and say they're broke, do your research, Desi. These guys are backed by some multi-billionaire goddamn backers, bro. Multi-billionaire. Not 1 billion, not 2 billion, but 27 billion, 17 billion. They're not broke. They're not broke at all.
Far from broke, man.
Far from broke. Like, do your research, bro, and stop listening to certain channels that don't do research, because that's where you're coming from with that nonsense.
I think
Hey
this dude
guys,
just like fucking just fucking smoke for absolutely no fucking reason. I just think he just like saying fucking frivolous shit that he already know the answer to for real.
Yeah, well, he
hey,
must like to smoke. We're gonna give him plenty of it.
Oh yeah, he can get it. He can get it.
hey guys, let me ask. The WBC ordered. Is it WBC? But they ordered Ryan Garcia versus Luke
Luke
Campbell.
Campbell. Mm.
But I don't think the Americans really rate Luke Campbell very highly, do you? But not you guys personally, but just let me ask, like you guys, the American people on this panel, how highly do
Man,
you rate him?
Let me go first, Mr. Two
go
Hands.
ahead.
Go ahead,
Go
man.
ahead.
I said just the other day, I got Luke Campbell rated right there with Tank and Devin Haney, and I think that he beats both of them. I rank Luke Campbell high. I think that he's more proven than a lot of these guys. If I had to take my pick, I would pick him over Ryan Garcia because I think he's more battle tested. Ryan Garcia has not fought anybody. I love his check left hook. I love his speed, and I love the fact that he's with Reynoso, but he hasn't proven it. So I like Luke Campbell over all three of those guys. And I know people are going to say I'm crazy, but that's just my pick. I think he beats Devin Haney in the decision. I think with Tank Davis, he beats him in the decision. And I think that he beats Ryan Garcia in the decision, or possibly stop him because Ryan Garcia's chin hasn't been tested.
Yeah,
Ho,
I
ho, ho,
reckon
ho. You said he beat a lot of fucking people over there. Who we talking about now?
Luke,
he said
cool hand Luke.
Luke Campbell. He
Luke
said
Campbell
Luke Campbell
Luke
beats
Campbell beat
Haney
who?
and Davis by decision and maybe stops Garcia. Ryan.
Oh god damn, I can't agree with a lot of that shit. Now Ryan Garcia, I was right there with you. I feel you. I feel like Ryan Garcia hasn't even tested or hasn't even went through a certain even level of opponents or even shown anything or been in a position to show anything due to the level of opposition and how fast he gets them out of there. Man, no knock to him. What he really can do, he isn't battle tested in any way, shape, or form. Luke may have a couple of losses, but Luke is a seasoned fucking fighter, and he's a very studious fighter, and he's a very disciplined and poised fighter. So you would have to deal with a very disciplined jab from mid-range, and you would have to deal with a awkward level of height all evening. So I'm not, Ryan Garcia, he's not a short guy, but he's not as tall as Luke Campbell, I don't believe.
And Luke Campbell's a sound body puncher too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sound body
Luke
puncher.
Campbell's got that very, very, very. He's got that sound amateur pedigree, but he's got that
He's a southpaw, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got that sound. He's just got that. He's got that sound European boxing style, and there's nothing wrong with that. So for a guy like Ryan Garcia at this point in his career, a poised fighter with a guy that's never been through shit, that shit will be problems for him. Now for Tank Davis, I think it would be a little bit different. Even with Tank's with Tank's lack of discipline right now, I feel like Luke, if it went to 12 rounds, Luke would get him. If it went to decision, Luke would get him. But I can't deny, regardless of, I got to take into consideration what happened with Gamboa and everything. That's what I'm saying. In 12 rounds, I do believe that Luke definitely will get Tank. I just can't knock Tank's athleticism and Tank's athleticism early before he's tired. So So I would say Tank 6 rounds and under. I don't know how that would go for Luke early, but but outside of
two hands. Tank, he's a 130, right? Coming up to 135, yeah.
Yeah.
Luke's got the height, the reach, the size. I mean, I'll give Tank that he's got puncher's chance, but can he really box with Luke? Can he?
I'm not.
I rate Haney more than I rate.
I said 12 rounds. 12 rounds. I got Luke beating him by decision. I'm just saying for that first 6 rounds though, with Tank's athleticism, with Tank's burst, and whatever Tank, for what we know Tank to be before Tank get winded. I'm just saying I don't know how that'll go for Luke Campbell then.
I
don't.
agree. I agree with that. The first 6 rounds is. I would even go as far as saying 7 or 8
Has
rounds. Actually,
has
that's
has
the
Tank
Tank
faced
era.
any punches himself?
Nah, not really. Pedraza's probably the best puncher he's
Yeah,
faced. So
actually,
Yeah,
Pedraza, that's a good win. That's a
Pedraza
good
got
win.
some. Pedraza
He
got some
stopped
punch.
Pedraza, didn't he?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and see that's all pre-bullshit Tank as well. And see that's what I'm saying. So when I speak on him, I can't speak on like pre-bullshit Tank. I still got to take in some of his intangibles. Still got to take in some of his intangibles, but I can't like disregard
that's what I
like
was gonna speak on.
all of the fucking the nonsense that he's doing. That's why I'm saying for like from round 1 through 6, I believe that Tank could shine in a Luke Campbell fight right now. But anything after that, I feel like it might be hell and high water for
Yeah,
him.
it might be.
For the Tank that's right now. You know what I mean? Like I feel like Luke, as far as Luke Campbell is concerned, for me with Ryan Garcia, and as far as Tank Davis is concerned, I feel like he beats Ryan Garcia right now. I feel like Tank Davis, he beats him in the long game. In the short game, I would have to see it.
My only concern. Go ahead, Boone. Go ahead, Boone.
Go ahead.
No, go
Well,
ahead.
what I was gonna say was all I was gonna really speak on was pertaining to Ryan. I feel like Ryan can't outbox Luke. He can't outbox him. Ryan is he's too tall. He don't really have any little to no head movement. He's kind of there to be hit. And you know, Luke, he got that UK style. He tough. So his objective is gonna be to take that, not to take the left hook, but to not be afraid of it. And he gonna jab his ass off. And Ryan don't got feet like that. Ryan has not displayed any type of footwork or any type of athleticism as far as his feet is concerned. Luke Campbell has been in there with arguably one of the best people that has the best feet in the game right now in Lomachenko. And I honestly think that there's nothing that Ryan Garcia is going to show Luke Campbell that he did not see from Lomachenko. And I honestly believe, well, arguably, skill set wise, Loma has way more skills than Ryan Garcia. So I don't see that really being too much of an issue for Luke in that department. Now, when you bring in Tank Davis into the equation, now as somebody as an analyst on the outside looking in, not knowing what most people know, yeah, you would think, Tank probably within the first 6 rounds may get him, has the potential to get him, but we also are not taking into account the fact that we don't know if Tank may show up for this fight. If Tank show up for any fight, now we can talk all the shit we want, but if Tank shows up for any fight, he gives everybody a problem.
That's a fact.
Everybody problems.
And
I agree with that. I think he's dangerous if he gets
like Pedraza, right? If you look
Here's
at Pedraza right now,
question.
even after the break, bro, like since he fought Lomachenko, you could see the adjustments he made from fighting Lomachenko in that fight versus Lespierre. How he was transitioning, switching them, and shifting around him at different angles in the fight he just fought. So I'm just saying, like, yo, that being in the ring with seasoned fighters who really got experience like that, and whether win or lose, that battle-hardened experience definitely does help work in your favor. So Luke Campbell could be definitely adjusting and getting better per loss instead of getting worse. You know, because you can't just look at it like that. Because we know the O is overly the O is overly shined and the L is overly frowned upon. Like
and if Tank decides to really, Tank can box with just about anybody. That's what Tank can box. I've watched Tank long enough to know that if he can box, if he really have to, if he really want to, but he just don't. He just want to get in there and really scrap with you. I've seen him spar cats where he's really shown boxing prowess where he really was out boxing dudes. The thing is, he's a boxer puncher. So the thing is, will Luke be able to deal with Tank when he want to go off? Because Tank is not afraid to let his hands go. That's another thing that Tank is shown. And I don't think Luke Campbell has the pop to hurt Tank or to stop Tank from letting his hands go. That will pose a problem too. Tank is the type of person, not fighter, but he's the type of person to where if you don't mentally disturb him to where he has nothing to fear of you, he's just going to go for whatever he knows and just try to walk you down. You got to make Tank respect you. And I don't see Luke Campbell have anything in his arsenal to make him respect Tank unless his feet is going to be better than Tank. Now, if Luke Campbell showed that his feet is better than Tank's hands, because we already know fast feet beats fast hands. So if Luke Campbell can utilize his feet, that might pose a difference. But blow for blow, boxing skill for skill, I think Tank's power will give him the win in that. It will take over in that aspect. I think it'll come down to who will have the better IQ, and in that, I agree with the two hands. It'll go 12 rounds, meaning that Luke Campbell will make the proper adjustments in the later rounds of the fight and will pick Davis apart. Because I don't think Davis has the gas to fight a 12-round fight like that. So
That's
I
why I
will give
feel like that's
in the
why
12.
that's why I feel like Tank versus Luke and that first 1 through 6 could be real major problems for Luke, because regardless of anything going on with Tank Davis, one thing I can't underestimate when it comes to this kid, because this is the thing that he's best at, is fucking effective aggression. And it's very fast, quick twitch, effective aggression. Like, this dude will hit you with some very fast, some speedy, powerful shit, and you not going to see it coming. That shit is just like, it's just like a bomb going off real quick or some shit. So it's just like a gun going off. Like, so that's why I'm just like, yo, a 6 rounds with an energetic Tank, like that first 6, I'm just like, that's going to be a fucking, like, yo, how you going to weather that storm? What you going to do to weather that storm? Are you going to try to offset his aggression with your offense? Or you just going to try to, like, lay in the pot, lay it at a distance and just
Survive.
use your jab? You know what I mean? Like,
Personally, guys, I think you're wrong about Luke's pop. He don't punch as hard as Davis or even as hard as Linares. Maybe even not Garcia, but he made Vasily respect him when he hit Vasily to the body. Vasily slowed right down. What was that? Around 6 or 7
It
in
was
the
7.
middle rounds. Yeah, rounds. He slowed him down just as he was starting to, go through the gears. And I don't think Davis even has remotely fast footwork. If Luke just keeps him at the distance, starts using his jab, I reckon it's game over unless he goes hell for leather.
I have
Davis
to,
early in the first 4 rounds, or not at all. That's
right.
my opinion.
I,
But
I have to
go ahead.
I have to actually agree with that, bro. When it comes to Luke Campbell, because I say that Luke Campbell has respectable power, and that's all you need is, like Mr. Two Hands was saying, I agree with that too, is that what you need is respect. You got to get the respect, right? Okay, I think Luke has enough to get the respect. I mean, let's be honest. He knocked him out. His knockout ratio 70%, so that's not light work. You know what I mean? And then, like my man said, he got the respect. I already said he's a good body puncher, probably underestimated body puncher, but he's a good body puncher, and he damn sure hit Lomachenko a few times and got his attention for the body. But with Tank Davis, an important thing people got to look at is this: Tank Davis is a short, stubby guy. He's not fit. Like, he wouldn't be fit or suited at 140. Luke Campbell could fight 140 right now. He's 5'9". He's 5'9". He has the length. He's 5'9", got 100 and I think like 100. I mean a 71 inch reach. So he has the dimensions.
I know.
His fight at 140. He doesn't have the dimensions for that. Luke Campbell has what it takes to keep him at the end of the jab and stay away. We've never seen Tank outbox anybody without athleticism. That's how he outbox guys. He leaps in there, and I agree with what y'all guys were saying. He has a knack to do that, but that's what he utilizes. It's not by boxing. He doesn't bait guys in. He doesn't feint. You know what I mean? He doesn't set traps. No, he utilizes his athleticism to get in there and land those shots. It's going to be much more difficult with a guy like Luke Campbell that's already served at 140. Tank don't have the dimensions. This is why you're going to have problems. That Teofimo will knock that motherfucker out. I don't care what nobody say. My boy Teofimo will sleep.
It's kind of like, I see
Let
what
me
you're saying,
talk about
because it
Lopez
kind of be
now.
like Gamboa It could be like Gamboa when he made his move up to what was it 135, I think it was, and
Right.
and he's just too short.
He's
He's
stubby,
just too
bro.
short.
He's stubby.
He's too short. His arms can't make it. So trying to come in and that pop is way different going up there. You just gonna get cracked.
Yes,
And then
sir.
that touch gonna be different. So Luke Campbell could be a complete. That's what I'm saying. Like I agree with. That's what I'm saying. It's just like yo, I if it like I said, 12 rounds, I see Luke winning that fight. But it's just that first 6 rounds is going to be an anomaly for me, and I would just have to see it. You know what I mean? I would just want to see what happens in that first 6 rounds. But I agree with you, man, because it comes to a point to when you start getting to a certain size, like yo, your reach and all of that shit and that pop, man. Luke might touch him on his chin, and you never know. That boy might go straight to sleep.
For real, bro. That Yvonne, if you look at
But
Luke Campbell's, if you look at his losses, right? Yvonne Mendy, when he fought Yvonne Mendy, it was a split decision loss. It was a close fight, bro. Split decision. One judge had it for Campbell. When he came back and avenged the loss, he mopped the dude up, bro. It was unanimous decision and it wasn't close. So you can count that loss, but can you? Because he mopped Mendy up in the second fight. The loss with Linares.
his
Split
father died.
decision loss. Yes,
In
yes.
that,
That's what I was about to
his
say. That. I
father
was about
died
to say
just
that. I was just about to say that. It was a split decision loss, but he was facing the death of his father, bro. People gotta account for that shit. He was facing the death of his pops, and it was still a split decision loss. That was his loss to Linares. And then you count Loma. Okay, we can count Loma, but that's Lomachenko. Luke Campbell's prepared, bro. This dude's ready. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't going in there with no scrub,
About the loss to Linares. He was really close to his dad, yeah, and
But
Yeah.
he kept it a
how does Luke
secret.
Campbell look against Pedraza right now, though?
He beats Pedraza. I got
He
him beating
beats
Pedraza.
Pedraza. Pedraza lost 2 fights ago. Not that his last fight, the fight before. I don't know against who. I
Zapata.
wasn't watching.
It was Zapata. He lost to Zapata, and Zapata beat him. That's the fight you're
Yeah, yeah.
talking about. Yeah,
I didn't watch it. I don't really
I watched
follow
that fight.
Pedraza, but yeah, yeah. But Campbell. This is a funny, not funny story, but interesting story. Campbell kept that a secret that his dad died. His dad died 1 week before the fight. He was fighting with illness or something. And he said, I don't want my opponent to know because I don't want them to try to use it against me. He's got the mentality of a champion. But I don't know if he beats all those guys. He gives them a run for their money. But going back to Lopez, I reckon Lopez is the best out of all of them right now.
Baboon,
Not
Eddie.
including Lomachenko, I reckon Lopez beats the breaks off of Davis and Luke. Haney maybe can box him, but I doubt it. I'll take Lopez over any of those 3.
Who is this Mr. Two Hands? I like this guy. I like this guy a lot.
Bro, I'm just a casual compared to you guys. I'm just a
No,
casual.
man, you my
I don't
boy
have a
right now.
YouTube channel.
Cause you my guy right now. Cause
Man.
Lopez the takeover, baby.
I don't know, man. Like, I think it might be. I don't know, man. Tank it 135, man. I don't know, man. Like with all of the competition that's there right now, with the size of these guys right now and the way they operate, I just don't feel like I don't know if there's really a home there for him right now because we've seen. I don't know, but after the way he fought Pedraza, I'm just saying if he's focused and he can just go back to being focused, doing what he do, handle his business, and say he comes back he goes back at his work like that. I don't know. We gotta see. These boys would have to round robin the shit. But as of right now, the Tank Davis that's right now, I don't know. It's a question mark. My lending respect towards his athleticism and just using rational thought in boxing, worse in just you thinking of scenarios would be him from 1 to 6. I feel like 6 to 12 is all Luke Campbell. So I'm just saying, like Tank he got to put himself. I hope he utilized his time right now because if he didn't take this time during this whole pandemic to work on himself, keep his body type right and everything, bro, it's over for him because you can't go up higher, bro. You can't go to 140.
Hey, you
And Mr.
know
Two Hands,
what?
let me.
It's
Go ahead,
Go
bro.
ahead. Go ahead.
I
No,
just want to ask you.
what I was gonna say was, it's funny. The politics of that fight, if you look at it, is it'll favor Tank Davis. It is depending on how it happens the first 6 rounds. So let's say Tank puts Luke Campbell on his ass like maybe once or twice within the first 6 rounds, and then Luke Campbell just makes an adjustment and starts basically pounding him for the rest of the fight. It's a chance that Tank Davis, if he does enough within these rounds for 12 rounds, they'll still give him a split decision. If he puts Luke on his ass,
They
or
might.
hurt them, or some shit like that. I'm just saying the politics of it, because
Yeah,
we
no, I
know
can see
we
that
gotta think about that too. The politics of it, being Tank being who he is, and Luke Campbell being who he is, and like we said, within the first 6 rounds, if Tank looked like Tank, that might be enough. And if he do enough in the later rounds to look cool, he could still get the fight. And we've seen that happen too many times in recent years.
Right, but
So,
this the thing. This the thing, bro. I don't think. I honestly don't think that that fight goes down like that. And this is why. This is why I don't think that. Now, with Tank coming up to 135, Gamboa losing his fucking foot in the 3rd round, and him still going 12 is not going to cut it. That's not the type of fight you need to prepare to get better for Devin Haney, for Tank Davis, for Teofimo Lopez, Lomachenko, hell, even the Ryan Garcia. You're going to need a better fight than that. This fool is talking about fighting Leo Santa Cruz next. So when does he fight Luke Campbell? Does he fight him after going back down to fight Leo Santa Cruz? And if not Leo Santa Cruz, lesser competition? You cannot prepare yourself to fight better competition if you're fighting lesser competition. And this is what this
Agreed.
dude is doing. So how do
Yeah.
we expect him? It's almost like the Adrian Broner complex. How do we expect him to get better for a fight with a Luke Campbell, a Devin Haney, a Ryan Garcia, a Teofimo Lopez when he's fighting lesser? He's fighting lesser opponents. Nothing to prepare him for this type of shit, bro. At a higher weight class. Man, that dude gets beat, bro. I ain't even trying to feed into this Tank Davis saga because he's getting jealous of Devin Haney. He's prepping to fight a smaller guy. How is that going to help him with a lengthier, taller guy who's going to bring it? Man, fuck that.
And that's what gets me too, is the fact that he was upset about Devin Haney training. And I'm a trainer. How are you gonna be mad at Devin Haney being Devin Haney, staying in the gym, getting his work in? Floyd basically saying, like, look at this dude in the gym, he training. Let me get this boy some pointers real quick. Come here, Devin. I see you over here. I see you working. Come on, let me show you something. Yeah. How you mad at him because he putting in the work and you up here kicking it with Odell Beckham and Amigos and out here making it rain on naked hoes and shit? Like, how you mad at him because while you doing that, he in the gym training with Floyd, and you ain't even training with your trainer because Floyd is not your trainer. So the person that is supposed to be your trainer, you ain't even putting in work with him. You ain't putting out no videos of you working out, training, doing you, preparing for this Leo Santa Cruz fight. You ain't putting out nothing. You kicking it with Odell, lifting weights.
Exactly. Tank, if Tank isn't drinking dirty Sprite, putting hands on women, or chatting shit on Twitter about who he can knock out, I don't see what he's doing. Fuck's sake, man.
Getting beat up drunk on the couch by goddamn.
Yeah, that don't make sense. That's not a boxer, ladies and gentlemen. That's not a boxer. Okay, if you think being drunk, getting beat up by your baby mama, eating Sonic, lifting weights with Odell Beckham, trying to play catch with him while he get ready for the regular season of football or the preseason of football, that's not boxing. I ain't seen Tank in the gym. I ain't seen him really hitting the bag. I ain't seen him sparring. I ain't seen him really doing nothing to show that he's dedicated to the sport of boxing, or he's even taking his Leo Santa Cruz fight serious in no shape, form, or fashion. I don't even see Leo Santa Cruz taking this shit serious. So,
hey, another topic.
I just wanted to say this too. Luke Campbell has never been stopped by anyone. And I want to say this about, I've always questioned, even at the lower weights, Tank Davis's power. Like, I didn't give him this superpower like the little Mike Tyson and all of that nonsense, because Pedraza took hella 5 shots before, Tank put him away. And even with the Gamboa situation, Gamboa's chinny. He went up to 125. He should have slept Gamboa. So I've always
Gamboa
questioned his power. The fact that Luke has never been stopped, he's natural at 135. I'm not even too comfortable that Tank puts him down. To knock him down even.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jorge Linares hit him with some good shots when they fought. He hit him with some good crisp shots, and he didn't. I mean, he knocked him down, but he didn't show like he was
Yeah, he
super
did
hurt
go
in the
down
fight.
twice. He did go down twice. First one was a flash knockdown. The second time he put him down, that was a good shot. But again, that's at 135, and Tank to me has not displayed that power at 135. I haven't seen it yet.
He hasn't even fought a 135 pounder yet, so
Exactly.
You know
Hey,
what?
D.
And his first chance was
To
against the
segue
skinny guy.
off of what D just said about Tank's power, I would have to agree with D by saying this. I don't know if y'all remember, but during that fight against Yuriorkis Gamboa, it was in between the 4th and 6th round. Tank was in the corner rope. Tank was in the corner rope, and he was shoulder rolling. He was trying to roll off his punches, and he ended up getting cracked with a left or a right hook flush in the face on the chin. If that would have been, my bad. No, Tank caught Yuriorkis with a flush right hook or something like that. It was like a right hook uppercut, and he kept cracking him with it while he was fresh, and it didn't sleep him. So I'm just like, if you're not doing that to a dude who been knocked out by guys with 12 losses and stuff like that, like back to back 12 and 14 losses and shit, I don't really see how you. I don't know. I don't know how it fares against these fair-chined guys that these stout guys at 135. This guy that ain't got no losses and stuff
His
like
power
that.
is
Got hard
suspect, bro. That dude power is suspect. I keep telling people, look at Teofimo when he fought Richard Coleman. Now Richard Coleman got popped, and ain't nobody gonna question that. Teofimo ate 2 of his hooks clean. Teofimo ate them, chewed them up. What the hell, Tank? He couldn't even knock out a chinny dude, bro. Now imagine if Teofimo was hitting Yuriorkis Gamboa with 2 clean hooks like that. Imagine. Remember what he did to Magdaleno with 2 clean hooks? That's what would have happened to Yuriorkis Gamboa. He would have been sleep, bro. Sleep. 10 count. No TKO, 10 count.
You know, I forgot what I was going to say. Carry on, guys. What was I going to say?
Well, you don't want me to carry on.
I was going to say,
I
is the Leo Santa Cruz and Tank fight still happening?
it's supposed to be still happening. I don't know when the fight's supposed to happen, but that fight is still basically on. And there is nothing that you see that shows either one of these fighters are actually for it. So, I mean, it's not like how what you see with Teofimo and Lomachenko. Like, even though the fight was postponed, both of these fighters did not stop training. They still kept training. They might not have been training as hard, but they still stayed in the gym and they still kept training to stay and keep themselves up so they'll be prepared to get themselves ready for training camp. So when the fight is officially on, they got a date and everything set up. They can go in the camp ready, strong, knowing what they got to do to prepare for the fight. So
do you reckon,
I don't see that.
Do you reckon that fight's going to happen at 130 or 135? Because Leo said he's not going to move further than 130.
It's going to be at probably 130. It's going to probably be at a weight. It ain't going to be at no 126. It ain't going, and I doubt it'll be at 135 unless for some reason Leonard Ellaby and them try to like bully their way up to make him fight at 135, so they supposedly have the advantage. But either way it goes, this dude is still a 126-pound fighter. And moving
I got
up
a
to
question.
130 should be enough.
I got a question. You guys are American, right? If that fight happens at 130 and PBC put that on pay-per-view, would you buy it? I wouldn't buy it anyway.
No.
Bro, I wouldn't even watch that shit. You talking about buy it? I wouldn't even watch it. It was the same thing with Wilder versus Ortiz too. I didn't buy it or watch it. I didn't watch it. And it'd be the same thing with this fight. I'm not watching that garbage. That's a garbage fight, bro. Not even worth my time. I watch a UFC event or basketball or something.
Oh, now Tank. Now I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say I'm a buy it, but Tank and Leo at 130. is a fight that I'm definitely going to watch because I'm not confident. I'm not confident Tank making 130. And if Tank makes 130, I'm not even sure that it's going to be at a very comfortable and a healthily conditioned, you know what I'm saying, in a healthily conditioned state. So I see Leo and Leo's volume and output being a problem for fucking Tank. So who knows technically how that fight will go, considering that this man couldn't even stay at 130 and he had to rush up to 135 due to blowing up in weight. So it would kind of be an interesting little dynamic for a little bout there. But I mean, prior to, if Tank wasn't having these problems with weight and disciplining himself, hell no, I wouldn't want to lay my eyes on Santa Cruz versus Tank. But as far as paying for it, hell to the no, I'm not giving Cox Cable and PBC no $100 to watch that fucking that light-skinned freaking Baltimore freaking Cabbage Patch Kids throw no fucking punch and no fucking natural 126 pounder. I'll be goddamn.
Hey, aren't you from Baltimore as well?
But free Joe Exotic though, aka the Tiger King.
Yo, man, Tank Davis, like Mr. Two Hands said, the little Cabbage Patch Kids.
BMV.
Let me tell you something. I feel like this about this fight, bro. I understand what he's saying about coming in shape. That's something that, makes sense. Tank gassing out, draining down, whatever. I just say it like this. Leo Santa Cruz is a fucking bobblehead. That man used his head for a fucking punching bag, bro. He don't have any defense. That man is clean and wide open. He always get hit. He get hit more than a Sunday hooker. This man is going to get knocked out by Tank Davis, fam. Knocked out.
Because Abner Mars was hit clean. And if Abner Mars can hit you clean, no disrespect to Abner Mars. I'm not knocking Abner. But I'm saying if Abner Mars, you go to war with him, and people are paying to see you go to war with Abner Mars, and, come on now. And when Abner Mars was set up to fight Tank Davis, everybody was already thinking, like, Tank finna kill this dude. Everybody was on. I was even saying that. So, come on.
I stopped respecting Abner Mars when he had that fight with Jose Abeco.
Fuck that little nut. That dude was living in that man's nuts. All he did was punch that man in the nuts all night. And the referee was even more of a piece of shit because he didn't take one fucking point from the guy. But see, the problem with the only reason I'm even interested in Leo versus Tank is the dynamic of the weight and seeing if Tank would even be able to make it, because it's not even as I'm looking at the fight as if Leo Santa Cruz is going to win. That's not even what I'm looking for. I'm just looking to see how Tank performs in that situation, because if it's not a spectacular or stellar performance, that could truly, and it could be devastating for his fucking career. So that would be the that would be the only thing that I'm looking for in the fight, because if Leo Santa Cruz even comes out there and he performs okay, it does even in the realm of what people think is considered to be subpar, that's going to be better than what people even are going to give him credit for, unless you just a diehard freaking Leo fan who's just delusional. But other than that, I would only be looking for Tank Davis's holes and how much he would be struggling to get to 130, because I realistically don't see 130 as an option for Tank. But since we were talking on Tank and y'all was speaking on his power, I was saying this might be the problem for him at 135. Considering the height of the guys at 135 and the top guys that are at 135 right now, maybe the problem is the fact that Tank is short and he's going to have to level up for some of those freaking punches. So the fact that he's probably having to overextend for some of them, or maybe the targets are probably not in the range of what Tank's really used to hitting. The guy's only fucking 5'5", 5'6"?
He's 5'5". Listed.
5'5".
He's listed as 5'5".
Yeah, he's
listed as 5'5". He don't even look that. He look about 5'4". So if you fighting guys that are 5'8" average, man, you're gonna have to try to put a whole lot of. You're taking a whole lot of risks to make those punches. I mean, what is your jab going to be? That was Meldrick Taylor's problem. Meldrick Taylor had all the freaking talent in the world, but this guy couldn't. But when he had to make that transformation and move up, I mean, he was taking beatings because his arms just couldn't get there, and that punch that the opposing guys are packing just got a little too much sting on it. So I think Tank's problem with his pop at 135 might be with the fact that hey, those sizes and those weight dimensions might be a little different than 130, but it might not hit the same.
Hey, if Lopez and Vasily Lomachenko happens, and let's say the fight doesn't matter who wins or loses, Lopez is planning to go up to 140. What do you think he can do there? Who can he fight really?
Hold. Let me explain that to you right here, buddy boy. So,
Yes.
you're talking about my boy Teofimo Lopez, right?
Your boy, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so here's the plan on that. Here's the plan. So after he goes in here and deuce up Lomachenko, after he takes care of that, the next fight is the winner of Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez. Now,
no warm-up fight. He's just gonna straight up go in there.
They're going right up to it
with guys who walk around at 160.
Senior wants it. He's going right. Look, Teofimo just dropped down from 165. He just dropped down from 165. But check this out, though. That's the next fight that he wants because this is an opportunity. Listen, that's a win-win situation. If he goes in here and beats Lomo up, he goes from a win-win situation to another win-win situation right away. So it's no need to waste no time. The plan is...
And he becomes a star.
An immediate star because that's 4 the undisputed at 2 weight classes back-to-back. So they're going to seek that fight. But look, here's the kicker. They're going to seek the fight through the WBO because being the WBO champion, he's going to get the right to go challenge the champion at the higher weight class. So he will challenge the winner. He automatically gets to bump the mandatory, who's ever mandatory in place, utilizing that structure, right? That's how they're going to try to attack it. Now, this is not something that I believe Senior wants to keep secret because he said it on my channel. So I just want to clear that up for you. That's the plan, bro. He wants to go up and fight the best as soon as he takes care of Lomachenko. He doesn't want to fuck around.
Oh yeah, clearly. I mean, like he's the only position that's conditioned in a path to do something that fucking probably some historical shit, some legendary shit. Considering
and he
that
hasn't even got much experience as well.
Shit don't happen like this where you're literally back to back in weight class and with the same promotional outfit on the cusp of having 2 undisputed fights, literally back to back with one another. Once Ramirez, I believe, finished with Post Style, and once they finished with once Teofimo and Loma fight one another, I mean, the Jose Ramirez, and they can go right into it. So I'm just saying, yeah, that can happen. All fucking Teofimo has to do is win the fight. Easier said than done, though.
Facts.
He has to win the fight.
Yo, is Tio's favorite fighter Prince Nassim?
I don't know if that's his favorite fighter.
No, I don't know.
Have a clue.
He don't fight just like Prince, but like he fights with the attitude of Prince, right?
He talks a lot,
doing backflips.
And he has power. He has power, but to be honest, I don't see any style similarities.
Nah,
Prince was chinny. Prince was chinny, and he was also very fluid. And Prince fought a bit like Roy Jones, if you ask me.
Yeah, that's just what I mean. Tio like tends to leap into some things and uses head movement to get out of it. And
when Tio leaps, though, Joe, I want you to pay attention when Tio leaps. When Tio leaps is after reaction. Just pay attention to that from now on. Just go back and look at the fights. Teofimo works the body. He works him up top. He uses a jab. He starts to get a recognition of what these fighters are going to do. And as soon as he feints or goes for a spot, he gets his reaction. He leaps in on it. That's what he do. He's setting traps. He's actually he's baiting these guys into it. And people just think it's about athleticism. And I've been saying this shit way before the Coleman fight, way before Nakatani Magdaleno. I've been watching this kid for a minute. I'm like, wow, it's crazy how he recognizes.
And it's not even that he's leaping in the shots. People aren't taking into consideration that this kid's got freakish athleticism. He literally has what we call on basketball court springs. He has springs, so him going in and out A to B is different than Lomachenko's little quick step from A to B. His A to B is a precise but very quick. Kind of, it looks like a fucking lunge, but it's not that. He's just springboarding off of his fucking back foot coming forward into the shot. He ain't even leaping into it for real. You know, it looks like it's lean, but it's not that.
Two hands. There's something else people don't know about Teofimo, but y'all gonna see it, and I promise you're gonna see it in the Lomachenko fight. So just be aware of it. I'm pretty sure Lomachenko camp knows because those guys are intelligent, super intelligent. Teofimo switch hits. And I'm telling y'all now, y'all gonna see it in the Lomo fight. He switch hits.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
And he does it well. No, I'm telling you he does. And he did it already in the pros, but people won't paying attention because he beat the shit out of Magdaleno. But go back and watch the Magdaleno fight.
No, I know he does. That's what I said. I'm sure. I know he do that shit.
Yeah, he did, bro. Like, people better pay attention to my guy, dog. This dude is dangerous. He can switch hit. And people give Crawford and Fury so much props because they can switch hit. Teofimo has that in his tool bag. Trust me.
Yeah, the kid got the kids got crazy athleticism, but see, the athleticism is so fucking vicious. That's what overshadows the fact that he has to box. But see, the thing is, you know, he's never really had to go into those other things because the opponents that he's fought, though they've been good opponents, they haven't been on that level to bring out some of those things. Now, I think the one fight that where you've probably seen it the most is the fight against Nagatani. So that's one of the fights that you definitely want to watch if you want to see him go into his trick bag a little, considering that was the fight to where he dealt with the most adversity due to the strength, due to the fucking length, and just due to the technical effort that was put out by his opponent. That was a good fight for Teofimo, and it was a good fight for people to see what he was doing. Not necessarily saying that it was any holes in his game. It wasn't holes there. It was just an adjustment. It was just a good boxing performance because he just shut him out 12 rounds, in my opinion.
Yep.
Shout out to my bro George. Appreciate you with the super chat. He says Prince wasn't chinny. He was unbalanced because of his awkward style. Absolutely. And that lends credence to the things that I say about Demetrius Andrade. I'm like, Demetrius Andrade isn't a clumsy fighter. Demetrius Andrade is he's a hoppy southpaw, so you already putting yourself in position to constantly trip with orthodox fighters time and time again with the lead freaking foot. And you're never sitting down on your punches on the inside. You're trying to go in, hit with a hook or a jab or combo real quick and get out, and you're fucking getting you tripped up and you're fucking that awkward shit is making you fall all over the place. If you sat down on it a little bit more, you wouldn't fucking be so susceptible to when you get punched by those lighter fucking shots, you wouldn't go down the way you do. But he's always fucking caught on that escape, or he's caught going inside fucking and trying to bounce back off the escape. So it's just like, yo, he's got to sit down on his punches a little bit more. I don't have a problem with a person being a tricky fucking fighter because I love a slick style, but I like a slick style when it's conditioned when you sit on it right. Like Pernell Whitaker was extremely sick, but when he sat down, when he did make his offense, he sat down and he put a flurry and he put combinations together. When Floyd would sit down on his shots, he would stop on his shoulder roll. He would sit down on the shot. He would time a shot, shoot his counter, or he would put a combination together. When he was a fucking pretty boy, he would shoot straight in, kind of like that lunge that people think the Teofimo used. It's kind of what Floyd would do, but he would shoot with a vicious, nasty flurry of a combination, then get back out and set back up to his shell, but he would never give up. So that's the thing too. He wouldn't give up center ring. Like, you can be, if you're a slick boxer, why are you giving up the center of the ring? Like Dimitri Bivol, I think, does it the best. Dimitri Bivol is a slick boxer. He has a slick boxer. He's a heavy-handed puncher as well, but people don't give them that much respect for his punch power because how slick he is. But if you notice about Dimitri Bivol, one thing he never does, he'll never put his back to the ropes. He's always going to stay lateral, but he's never going to give himself the ropes. He stays away from the ropes. He stays lateral and slick enough to where he keeps his opponent position in the center ring and constantly twirling to whatever position he's in. So it's just like, bro, like, That's just Meech's problem, man. Meech got to sit
Yeah.
down on his punches, man, and be more willing to fucking engage. I don't know if it was from that fucking knockdown. Maybe he feels like his chin might be light because if a nigga get knocked down, they start feeling like they might have noodles. You never
Yeah,
know.
I don't know. I know one thing about that goddamn Andre though, man. That Demetrius Andre, man. This dude, I don't know. Like when people say he's pillow fisted, I don't necessarily agree that he's pillow fisted because I think it's got a lot to do with his technique. Because hell, like in 16 when he fought what was the dude name? He had the country singer name Willie Nelson. When he fought Willie Nelson and 16. He knocked that dude down like 3 times in that fight, like the 11th, 3 or 4 times. I think he knocked him on the 11th round, the first round, the 12th round, he knocked him down. But when you watch Demetrius Andre in that fight, he planted his feet every time. So that tell you if he planted his feet, he got some kind of pop, right? When he knocked down Akavov, Arthur Akavov, he planted his feet, bro. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He planted his feet when he knocked him down. When he stopped Keeler, you could see him plant his feet, bow, catch that shot. Even when he knocked down Selecki in the first round, he planted his feet, right? But this dude, a lot of times, as soon as these fighters get a good shot on Andre, that's when he start getting in there and his feet never plant. All you do is watch it. This dude is always on his toes. And I'm talking about on the foot. He's supposed to have planted for that power. He's on his toes because he's already on his way out. And that's the
Hey, you know
problem,
that
bro.
Yeah, that's why I
you
said
know
that.
the fight
It is now
against
never sitting down with your
was it
punches,
Willie
bro.
Nelson?
Yeah. Willie Nelson,
Yeah,
yeah.
Isn't Willie Nelson something like 6'4" or something? He's ridiculously tall. Is that the fight you're talking about?
I
Yeah.
don't
All
remember his
right,
fight.
look, this is what it is, guys. I love the fucking chat, man, but it's literally about to be 7 o'clock. I gotta get ready to go do my 4th of July shit with my homies. I probably go live again, let y'all see some fireworks, me shoot off some fireworks shit later on. But yeah, man, appreciate you coming through, Mo, D, man.
Yeah,
Take
Everybody
it,
yeah.
P.
always
Appreciate you,
love,
man.
peace, and
Hey,
respect,
Mr.
man.
Two Hands,
What's good?
I'm gonna send you a text real quick. Hit that, read that shit. Read that shit before you
Okay,
divide.
bro.
All right, fellas. Peace out.
All right,
Peace out.
Bruce.